Know when it's done. Preparing. Yes, we're live on Facebook.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to be here with Zhanna Shpits. Hi, we have something super special that we want to share live today with you. We have never done this before, but we recently just got inspired to do this. So what are we doing? Like, we're both on a mission to literally bring good to the world and to inspire people around the world to follow their hearts and bring their unique gifts to the world. Zhanna does it in her way, and I do it in mine. And we are both soul-preneurs with this really big vision, and we have our unique modalities, how we help our clients. But how we were connecting recently was suddenly we realized, oh my gosh, let's just do this. We have both this artistic talent. Zhanna's an amazing singer and storyteller. Whenever she sings, I literally start crying, and I'm going to contain myself today. She has a gift. She has a gift. She has a healing voice and healing message. And I'm also intuitive. And for me, my background is creativity and art. And recently that showed up with intuitive drawings as well, where I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse. I can literally do blind drawings, and they then contain messages. Blind drawings with a question that will then contain messages. So this is the two things that we're doing. Zhanna will first sing two inspiring songs to help you get inspired to follow your heart and your dream and create your dream life and dream business. And then I will create talk about the art that I created specifically for this broadcast, and I will give you a weather forecast for the soul with this art to inspire you also to tap into your superpowers and follow your dream and get into that flow. Before we get started, I want to give the word to Zhanna. Like, can you say a little bit about yourself? Like, what do you do and what's your big vision so people can meet you before you share your amazing talent?
So, well, first of all, I'm so glad that we are doing it together. Astrid, I'm looking forward with an open heart to receiving the comments from you guys on what we've created and what we are putting together, really creating an experience for you. What doors are going to be open and what really comes in mind when you're listening to me singing and when Astrid is showing you the drawing, and maybe she's so intuitive she can probably get inspired as I'm singing maybe to do another drawing. I don't know. We don't know. Like, we are really taking this moment to see, because being a creative and having been in business for so many years already, I can tell that the best ideas, the business ideas, they come from this creative space. And you can agree with me, right, Astrid?
Yes.
So my biggest vision and mission, as you asked me the question, is literally I'll speak my language. It's to raise the vibration, and I will translate it to the mainstream idea, which is to raise the level of happiness in each soul, because I don't look at people as people, I look at them as on a soul level. And is because I truly believe that if we can understand and know that we are loved, appreciated, and we matter, with that message and that understanding and belief in heart, we raise this bar of happiness on a daily moment, like an everyday moment. And we can go to another dimension as a planet, as the whole humankind. We can, like, the opportunity, sky is not the limit, as I say, because after I've been skydiving and I've been in the sky, I usually say sky is not the limit. I've been there. So sky is not the limit when we raise the vibration of this planet. So my mission and vision is that we all do what we love to do. We create as womenpreneurs and soulpreneurs. We create the atmosphere, like the whole. It's sort of like a mom and the family who create the vibration, like organically. And we can do it for the planet as a whole.
Yes.
I know it was kind of a long answer to your question, but
no, that's awesome. I'm so glad that you shared more in depth, and just so that you know, your microphone is a little bit covered. It seems like. Can you say something again? Now
can you hear me now?
Yeah, it got a little bit like lower in volume for some reason, but we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. I just turned up my volume a little bit. Thank you so much for sharing your super big vision. And I'm going to briefly introduce myself a bit more to you for those of you who don't know me. And then actually, I want to like inspire everybody right now. Real quick, if you feel this resonates with you, and if you're either a soulpreneur or a dream chaser, and you really crave to step forward into your dream and bring your unique gifts to the world, and if this, what we're doing here, inspires you somehow, and if you know anybody would also benefit, I invite you to join me in sharing this. We can share live streams, and I just want to quickly show how to do this easily. So basically, I'm going to my Facebook page where I see this live stream now. So as I find this live stream, just scrolling down here real quick to find it.
See that?
You see it? Cool. I need to get out real quick and come back in, because sometimes because I was in already. Okay, hang on. Where is the live stream? Here we go. So I see my live stream here. So all you do is like you use the normal share button at the bottom, and then you have different options where you can choose from, like share public or share in a group or whatever you want to do. So if you share public, it will just land on your timeline. If you feel you'd love to just broadcast that, you can do that. I am going to share it with my one of my groups, which is the group like Celebrate Possibility. So I can just click on share with a dot, and then this pops up, and then you can pick whatever group you want to share it with. And that's what I'm doing.
Find it.
Okay. Let me go
another...
back. So
I found it.
You found it? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's the right post button here, the second one. And then instead of the timeline, you just pick whatever you want to choose to share. So I'm just quickly doing that. And you can just share without a text, even whatever. I had a text saved, so I'm posting that. So now it's live streaming into my group. All right. So that being done, I am just quickly saying like what I do. So I'm also a soulpreneur, and originally from Switzerland. I'm here on Kodiak Island, Alaska. That's always a quirky bit. I'm a creative. I started as illustrator originally, and I just kept following my heart on a fairly long journey, odyssey of having different businesses, from illustrating for women magazines to having a fashion accessory line that landed me on runways in LA and Phoenix and whatnot. Illustrating in bridal industry and working with big publishing houses on animation, illustrations, and all kinds of awesome things. But what it led me to through the whole journey was following my heart, was like always inspired by feminine elegance, by feminine love, and ultimately serving female business owners. That was always this theme. But what it led me to ultimately was that I really found my passion in empowering and inspiring soulpreneur women to also bring their gifts to the world and create a business and a life that they love soulfully, aligned with spirit, and really with your own passion, that it's doing things your way, how you really choose to create things. We're powerful creators. So that's my deep passion, to help you make that happen. So there's so much we could share. But I want to.
Astrid, just a quick question. I still don't know how to share to the group. I found it. I found found out how to share to the page, but not to the group. I want to
Yes.
share with my
So if you
group.
want to share to the group, you go to share and then hit the right post, the second one.
Yeah.
And then when you have right post, that will give
you can
there. Then you, instead of the timeline, you hit on the timeline and then you choose group
with
instead.
Big dreams. Okay.
Yeah. Women with big dreams is your
Women
group.
with big dream is yes, it's my. Please join. I'll just quickly type in. Please join. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Yes.
Awesome. And very, very last thing that I want to share before we go, and we did a small meditation before we started. Our big intention for this is literally that that you find inspiration and healing in what we're doing here. So healing and inspiration to follow your heart and to also really step into that space of magic where you're truly aligned with who you are, creating what you love to create in this world, just following your soul path. That's our intention with this. So opening the floor for you, Zhanna.
Yes. And it's just look for what is really showing up as you're listening.
Nice.
And I'll just sing a couple of songs because I didn't really mention that I love, just like you, to inspire kids. I call it kids of all ages. Yeah, through speaking, my workshops, coaching, and also singing. Singing is a huge part of what I do. So the first song that I want to introduce to you, it's really to ground yourself, and if just with no thoughts, just immerse yourself into this music, into the voice and the words. It's written by Saint Francis. After him, the city of San Francisco was named, and if you Google it, usually most of the times you find that identified as a prayer. But if you look deeper, it's not really a prayer, a religious prayer. It's the humane message to the whole humankind. So that's how I look at it. So can we start? Yeah?
Yeah. Go for it.
Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's hatred, let me bring your love. Where there's injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring your hope. Where there's darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. Oh, Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is a pardoning that we are pardoned, Lord. In giving to all men that we receive, And in dying that we're born to eternal life. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul.
Wow. You need a stage, Zhanna. And that just brings me to the inspiration. I just quickly want to share, like if you watch this and enjoy this, please give Zhanna some kind of a comment if you like it, because we can't have the applause here, obviously, because we're just like streaming live. But I wanted to share also that Zhanna, I really see you doing this from stage, like all over the world, and possibly even with live streaming partially. I don't know how, but I have this big vision for you. And I just want to put it out there. If any of you who watch this feel inspired to, please reach out to Zhanna and just like see if open to collaboration, universe, magic, whatever comes to you, to have a space to bring this to more people. Thank you, Zhanna. This is so amazing.
Thank you so much. Yes. And the goal is, thank you, Astrid. And the goal is just to see, I would be really interested in what's happening in your soul when you're listening to that, because I've heard it so many times, and I know that there are some healing powers in my voice, and I have nothing to do with that. It's a gift that was given to me, so I can't even take the credit for it. So I'm just a channeler. No, seriously.
No, it's both. It's both. You're a creator and a channeler. I just want to give you that credit too.
Thank you. So let's move on to a story, right? And this is another story. I usually when I'm on stage, most of the times it's the first time I'm actually singing live. I mean, streamlining. The first time we did it on your podcast, right? And it was just a short chorus or a few lines. But right now, I want to give a full version. I mean, not the full version. We'll see. Maybe I can stop after two kind of short stories. But I really want you guys to see, this is kind of challenging because I have my guitar with me. So we'll see how it's going to work out. But the challenge is really the challenge. Okay, the challenge is the challenge because it's like on my hand. So, oh, I know what I will do. I will kind of, sorry. Yeah, we'll just do it, we're playing with what we're playing, right? So here we go. And this is an autobiographical, I don't know even if it's the word, it's a song that I wrote about my life. And this is what I help others to do, like uncover your story. So this is part of my story, but hopefully you will see yourself with the message that I really want to spread out with you, for you. And the message is going to be in the chorus. So here is the first story. When I was young, I used to be afraid of flying. I simply panicked at the movement in the sky. And later on, I would be puzzled at the speed. When fear-driven, I would hide myself from me. Don't you think you're more than your body? Don't you think you're more than your worth? Don't you think you're more than your fears? Don't you think you're more than your hurt? 'Cause if you take a look at what is called by humans your life, you'll see there's so much wonder, so much joy to live and thrive. And I am handing in your secret. Here it is. here is the story that happened to me, and it's, well, I'm in Russia. I was born and raised in Russia. And so it's winter time, you know, it's super cold, no lights on the skating ring. And my dad says, hey, I want to time you, so let's go. So we go to the skating ring and I start running, right? Well, skating, but super fast, trying to kick, you know, like to really to beat my own goal and my own record. And as soon as I reach the place where it's pitch dark, and no one can see me, and I cannot see anyone, and I cannot see my dad, no lights. Somebody grabs my hand and pulls them, right, like from above. I mean, from behind my back. And so, what would the normal person do in a situation like that? Well, they would start screaming or making some sounds or kicking or moving, right? I was so wrapped up in my own insecurity of being chubby, and I thought I was fat. So I decided to stay complete silence. I froze. And so in about 30 seconds, whoever that was let me go, gave me a kick in the butt, and I started going toward my dad. And up until now, I don't know who that person was.
Wow.
My father timed me at a winter skating rink, so I could beat my own record in one swing. It's steaming hot inside my soul and cold outside. When you're ashamed, the world reflects the wounded pride. Don't you think you're more than your body? Don't you think you're more than your worth? Don't you think you're more than your fears? Don't you think you're more than your hurt? Cause if you take a look at what is wrong, by humans your life, you'll see there's so much wonder, so much joy to live and cry. And I am handing in your secret. Here it is, just be. I wanted to stop right here, and there is another story, and actually I just thought about it. If people want to get the full version of the third story, just came to me. It's I can give them to you on my website as a gift. Is
Nice.
that is that something we want to do, Astrid?
I like that a lot. And I was also thinking it would be so beautiful to have your lyrics with it, to be able to sing along because it is such a catchy song and like so it's super powerful for me. I really, really love it. I would love to see that. Thank you
Um,
for sharing your gift
um,
with the world.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. So it's actually on my website, and if people want, like your people, people who are watching us, people from my group, you guys, you can go to HB Academy today, and HB stands for the Hummingbird, which is another story. I'm not gonna go just for the sake we're doing it for the first time because we want. I'm gonna switch into Astrid, and you're going to share the vision with us but in the drawing. So if somebody got inspired by this song, again, as Astrid is going to share what she sees in what we are doing, and if you listening to me or you just listen, share comments with us, guys, and
Mhm.
because we would love your feedback.
Yeah, we'd
If
really
it
love that.
really truly resonated with you, if what we are doing is opening some doors of possibilities, maybe some stories start coming up, please
Hmm.
share with us. And so for the song, you can go to HB Academy today, but we're switching to Astrid. Yeah.
I want to actually give you one feedback too. So you already have one from me. As I was listening to your song, I found this really beautiful parallel kind of to life, like almost like it's a metaphor when you got held up on the ice, like something held you back. It's like in coaching, in my coaching world, and like my inner whole journey of like inner growth and stuff, like that happens to us whenever we follow our dream. There's always things that show up that feel like they're holding us back, and we need to let them go. It's like this beautiful symbolism. So you, in your story, you didn't find out who it was, and maybe it didn't matter, but like, it's just, to me, it raised the awareness that that we still keep following our dream, and that these things will show up, but we can let them go. So that's my inspiration that came up.
Absolutely. And the message, thank you so much. And the message is the sooner we let go, the better. And
Yeah.
I just also had an idea. Thank you for sharing that with me. I just had an idea. If people, the best in the major story is in the third verse, which I didn't
Mm-hmm.
sing right now. And you guys, those who are watching us, if you would like to listen to the full version, let us know if you would like us to, for Astrid and myself, to have another event like this with
Mm-hmm.
other stories. And maybe you want to listen to the full version of the story, and I will go deeply into that and see how we can help you to uncover your story and what you can do with your story and how you can actually use it for your empowerment rather than
Mm.
otherwise. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that is beautiful. Thank you, Zhanna. Yeah, we're all about collaboration. If anything inspires you and you feel, yeah, it would be a great space to collaborate, do message us separately. All right. And I just want to say, like, we're not addressing any comments while we're live, because we're really focused on what we're doing, but we will get to all the comments that we see afterward. Just tag us. All right, so I have, with the same intention to help you step into your dream, created an intuitive drawing. And I gave you a glimpse before. So I want to, before I analyze it for you and give you the weather forecast for your soul, I want to just briefly explain what an intuitive drawing is. So my method is inspired by Rachel Archelaus. She has a book about intuitive drawings, and that was something that showed up for me as I started playing with intuitive drawing. And I use a lot of her methodology, which starts with meditating on what colors mean for you. This is my chart. So each color has a particular meaning to me. So I have that chart, and then I ask a question, and I pose that question. Like, I wrote it up here. And then I draw blindly from my crayons colors, and I actually expanded Rachel's method by with some stickers, and sometimes I write words and whatever comes to me intuitively. So yeah, I write the question and I draw blindly, and then I look at what showed up here. So, and then I look at what colors and what do they mean, what symbolism, and then I tune inward and just kind of like feel into, okay, what does all this mean? There's always a deeper meaning that we can get from our intuition, our higher self, however you define the higher realms, universe, whatever. We can literally access wisdom beyond our conscious mind. It's super fascinating, and it's really been fulfilling, and I'm using it all the time for my business and sometimes with clients. I've done drawings for Zhanna too. So yes, okay, so let's dive in.
Yes, and the drawing that you did for me was really inspirational, really, really inspirational. Yeah, there's a lot of meaning behind it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Oh my gosh, I
beautiful.
almost want to pull it out, but I shared a sneak peek in the Facebook post where you see it. It's like a lot. It has to do with the big world and a lot of singing and angels. We were tuning into her life purpose. It was
Yeah,
magical. So
yes,
yeah, that's
thank
what
you.
I can do. Okay, so here, the question that I posed for the drawing was, how can soulpreneur sisters and dream chasers easily diffuse holdups and step into their flow and freedom to follow their heart? And how can they start? So this is what came up, and I'm going to show you real quick here on the side the color meanings. So I'm just going to go into the individual colors, what they mean, and like how I interpret the whole thing. So we have weather forecast for the soul. I'm still laughing about that definition.
But I
So
love it. I
it's
love
so
it.
funny.
I
Yes.
love it.
So, okay, we have a predominant violet color here, and violet stands for cleansing, self-care, and soul food for me. So, to really help you step into flow and freedom, to follow your heart, this is like a really big thing that will help you. So, you see, like this is like there's three lines. One is white that you can barely see. It goes into here. The biggest one is violet. And then there's a little blue one that kind of fades out. So I'm reading this drawing like from the bottom up to get up to the blue star, which, by the way, blue sparkle stars stand for huge manifesting magic because it's like the biggest star that I blindly touched and was inspired to put here. So all of this will lead you to manifesting magic. Start with cleansing your soul, doing a lot of cleansing, like inner game cleansing, get rid of limiting beliefs. And that can be like a curvy road. Sometimes it's not that easy. You just keep going, and that will lead you to feeling better and better and releasing those holdups. Like in Zhanna's story on the ice rink, those are the holdups that will show up, and that's part of the game. So that's all you do. Just keep cleansing, keep like looking at them and gently letting them go. That's the main thing. White color stands for dream play, and in my in this instance, I felt it stands for the energy of possibility and your inner child. So there's this connection that is super important also to really step into the energy of play. Like, what excites you? What is your passion? What is your dream? Just stand in that joy and keep following those things. That's also leading up, and then it's kind of gently like fading away here. We do have the blue line, and blue stands for mind and wisdom. And I felt for this drawing, it stands for intellect and conscious mind. So we start at the bottom here, like you still have, this is how we're trained in society, like you use your conscious mind, you go to school, you do things in a certain pragmatical way. So it's very interesting that this showed up as a very small line, right? Like the much bigger thing as a whole cleansing, like Ho'oponopono style, if any of you are familiar with that.
Yeah,
So
I am.
yeah, so clean, and just a little bit use of the intellect and actually letting that fade out. You will use less and less, just a little bit for inspired action. So then we have this line here that showed up. It's almost like a threshold. Like at some point, that's a threshold to things will suddenly feel super easy and just become just like feel like play and flow. And this is actually where I'm at with my life and business. I'm really experiencing this joy and flow, and manifesting magic is starting to happen. And that is because I did exactly those things. So it's really interesting how that showed up. So there's more. Here up here is like a purple line that's zigzagging up also towards the star. And purple stands for spiritual connection, soulful higher connection. However that shows up for you. It doesn't mean you have to go to church. It can be like connecting with your inner guidance, however it shows up. There's no religious tie to that, but like a deeper spiritual connection, that also really like deepening that has been a huge part for me. And it shows up in the drawing that will also help you go to manifesting magic. And then here on the side, we have 4 lines that kind of also point to that direction. They are light green, and light green stands for ease and rejuvenating flow, growth. For me, it has to do a lot also with going into nature, but into getting this, rejuvenating your body and mind, and just go where you feel inspired and empowered. Mostly it is nature. It can give us a lot of rejuvenation. So the more you do that, the more that also leads up to the manifesting magic. So that rejuvenating in nature, cleansing and connecting with spirit, it leads to magic. So there's the last thing that's here is like little dots. And it was funny because I ran out of my gold glitter paint. And as I was drawing, I kept like as if I was like being told gold glitter, gold glitter. I'm like, I don't have it. So I ended up using the blue pen and just like dotted gold glitter because I got inspired that up here there's a lot of gold glitter, and that stands for abundance and more manifesting magic, right? So all of that awesome stuff happens to you when you go that way. So the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to read my interpretation that I wrote out, and I will share the pictures and a comment as well, so you can follow it and see what else it may inspire you to, because a lot of times inspirations show up for us to show us whatever we need to see at the right time. So there may be something else in there that also pops up for you or something different. Go with whatever you feel like, oh my gosh, this totally means something to me. That is the perfect message for you. That's how intuition works. So here's the reading interpretation. Make your main focus to cleanse your mind with inner growth, meditation, lots of clearing, like limiting beliefs, fears, old stories, negative feelings, deconditioning. Start a spa journey for your soul. I love that one. Dream, play, step into energy and feeling of possibility and childlike joy. This can mean to invite your inner child to play. Party! I love to rhyme. The playground kind of party. Your conscious mind is a great partner, but not the main captain here. Remember that blue is kind of fading out. Okay, gently let it fade away as you step into more play. If you keep doing this, you'll get into flow, things will suddenly feel easier, and you will grow. Abundance awaits and manifesting magic too. So that's it.
Awesome. I love that. And I love it that you have a talent for rhyming too. It's like everything rhymes. And you guys, seriously, if you Astrid is amazing in terms of like how she interprets. I mean, one thing is the joy in itself, but what you see in that joy is fabulous. So if you ever want to have a personal joy, and she is the girl to go to.
Yeah,
right?
message me.
Yeah. Thank you, Astrid.
Thank you too. Yeah, awesome. So, oh my gosh.
Wonderful.
I'm super blessed that we were able to be here, and I can't wait to look at comments that will show up as you leave comments. So again, like, please share whatever came up for you, whatever inspiration that you're pulling from this, whatever inspired action you may be taking for yourself, for your dream business, to flow forward, to chase your dream. And inspired actions can be super small. They don't have to be even rational. They can be totally crazy. And sometimes for me, the inspired action is to go outside and rejuvenate and do that part. Sometimes the inspired action is to take a month and like center with spirit. And that's what I'm doing right now. Sometimes the inspired action is to cleanse and like take power coaching sessions to clear whatever's in my way. So yeah, just follow whatever feels aligned. That's our inspiration. So before we close it, I want to share our website. So if you have any, if you like to reach out, learn more, my website is astridmueller.com. You can also just message me on Facebook. It's actually a way to easily reach me. I don't see emails that quickly. Yeah. Zhanna, your website one more time.
It's the same. So the website is HB, which stands for Hummingbird, hbacademytoday.com. But also, if you want to connect with me on Facebook, private messaging works really best. And I think we can leave our website like
I will put it in the thread.
In the comments. And literally, guys, if you could please let us know how it was received by you, like the whole idea of the music and the art and intuitive art as Astrid was doing for you. how it was received, like was it valuable? What is your biggest aha, maybe,
Nice, right?
hopefully,
Yeah, whatever comes
right?
up. Love
Whatever
it.
comes up. Yeah, we would
Awesome.
love to do, because we've done it for the first time. We would love to hear from you. Would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, Zhanna. Thank you so much for joining me and for inviting me to do this together. This was super fun.
I
And thanks. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to share one of my favorite quotes at the end, just
Nice.
as an additional inspiration for everybody.
Nice.
Because we're talking about soul, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what is really, and sometimes it's really, well, not sometimes, it's a lifetime's work. So the quote from Rumi that I love so much: when your soul is trying to find you, light up the candle. That's it.
Sweet.
Light up the
Sweet.
candle. And that's what we did. Hopefully we succeeded with music and art today.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks everyone for watching, and we wish you much love and follow your dream. There we go. Bye everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.